Okay, so for the patio, we talked about two options. You currently have all 1-inch bluestone, which is not good for a porous footing bluestone patio because it's all going to shift. You need 1.5 or 2-inch thick to have it heavy enough so it doesn't shift a lot with frost heave. So my opinion is reutilize the bluestone you have here, put it on top of a concrete footing, and build a patio over there like we discussed. That's option one. Option two is using a paver product to install pavers on top of a porous footing, which would be a cheaper option than setting on top of concrete. All right. So in either option, I still think it's also, well, there's two options actually with the walkway. One option is you could leave it how it is and just fix the broken pieces. There's one broken piece here. These two little pieces here have to be fixed. This piece has to be replaced. So you could spend 2 hours just fixing this, 2 man hours, not even, 1.5 hours fixing this. That's one option. It's the lowest cost option. And that takes you all the way to here. And then you would still need to continue this walkway. So you'd remove all this underneath here and continue this walkway for another 9 feet from here, which is off the corner of the house, to the new patio. So that's one option. The second option is everything gets ripped up and then you reuse a lot of this bluestone just for stepping stones that connect you from the concrete step over to the patio, which is where the post is. All right, so that's the second option. So I'll price that out both ways for you. I think under here, you could end up just doing the same river jack gravel underneath this area. So the bluestone comes out. You might even already have gravel underneath here. It kind of looks like that way, which would be great. But if you need to add gravel, then this is something we could do as an additional cost, all right, underneath your deck. Because then the idea is reusing all this bluestone, or if you're not reusing it, I'd still remove it because it's going to look funny having a patio and then a bunch of bluestone underneath here. So I'd still remove it in that other situation. Okay. Then the patio, from an estimating perspective, would start at this post, so the inside of this post, so on this side of the post, run back to here my finger is, and then cut across. We would probably end up having to prop up the steps, and then be able to put a piece of either a bluestone or something underneath the steps as a support that goes through this way. Because if you change out the pavers, you're not going to have bluestone underneath it. So you got to think about how that would work. And this would come out to here where you have the white paint, and come out this way where you have the white paint tied back into here. We talked about adding a bluestone tread along the top of just this one 5 to 6 foot long piece of concrete. So it's high enough to have the water pitching away from the house. Okay. Then potentially also putting in, or at least excavating a flatter area to put in a spa in this area. So, we have to talk about the size of the spa that you're looking for. If you did that, you'd probably have to remove this tree. Then there's the trenching of the existing corrugated pipe to make the water go into the wood. So that's another, call it 12 feet of extension for the corrugated pipe, which you might, again, do yourself. The grade has to come up about 10 inches off that corner. And you'll be able to use a lot of the excavated dirt to kind of feather the grade off the patio in that area. And then over here, we also have to think about if you have any holes. If we need any extra fill outside of what we have left over here, then that would be an additional cost if you wanted to raise the grade any more in the back. Okay. So that's about it. So I'll put this together for you, and we'll take it from there.